Good evening, teacher.
How's it going?
Um, I'm fine, thank you. And you?
Good. I'm doing well, thanks for asking. Good. We also have Nancy. Good evening, Nancy. How are you?
Good evening, teacher. I'm very well, and you?
I'm good, thanks for asking. And we also have Hugo. Good evening, Hugo.
Good evening, teacher. Good evening, everybody. How are you?
Good. How about you?
Good.
All
Thank you.
right. Good. And we also have Joshua. Good evening, Joshua.
Good evening, teacher.
How are you?
I'm fine. Thanks.
Good. All right, so we are going to start with the attendance. I guess your guys are in the traffic jam. I received like 3 messages from different people in the traffic jam. So I guess they are coming in some minutes. So now let's see. First one, Felix Ernesto Castellanos is not here because he's in the traffic jam. Josué Mundo Avalos,
Present.
good. Carlos is not here. Cesar is not here right now, maybe later. Christian Armando Cardona,
Present.
good. Herman is from INSAFORP. Adolfo Alberto Castro is not here right now. Let's see. Cecilia Guadalupe Castro is not here right now, maybe later. Nancy Yasmin Claudio,
Present.
good. David Ricardo de Leon is not here right now, maybe later. Well, Cecilia is connecting right now. So we have Luis Antonio Dominguez is not here right now, maybe later. Carolina can continue for the baby, and Hugo Ernesto Fonseca.
Present.
Good. Melvin is in the traffic jam. Oscar is in the traffic jam right now. They are going to join us later. Constantino, the same. Floris from INSAFORP, and Raul is not here. So the other ones are going to join us later. All right, so now let's see. I'm going to start with the first person, Christian. How often do you receive emails?
Oh, it's very often because I I am, ¿cómo sería? Estoy suscrito.
I'm subscribed.
I'm subscribed several each for the offers to
Okay.
job or products for technology.
Good. Good. Now, how often do you send emails?
Oh, it's rarely that often I send emails.
Okay, hold on. Felix, the microphone. All right. So, what do you say, Christian?
I rarely send emails.
Okay, in which situations do you send emails?
Mm, when I need to communicate with my boss or the manager.
Okay, so who's now Christian? They are selling bread.
Yes.
Okay, good. So yes, what you're saying, there are some situations where you really need to send an email. And let's see, Nancy. I guess Nancy is in a different area. So Nancy, how often do you send emails?
I always send emails.
All right. So what kind of emails do you send? Formal
If
emails or normal emails to your friends or coworkers?
Formal emails.
All right, so you send formal emails. Let's see, Cecilia, do you send emails? And if you say yes, what kind of emails do you send?
I rarely send emails.
Okay, and in the case that you send an email, what kind of emails do you send? Formal or informal emails?
Formal emails.
Formal. Good,
Yes.
good, 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 good. What about Joshua?
I usually send email.
Good. What kind of emails do you send?
That kind, informal, informal email.
Good. So Joshua can send both kind of emails, formal and informal. Good. What about Hugo?
Well, I always receive emails from my work.
All right. So you receive, but how often do you send?
All the time, always.
Really? Okay. What
If
kind?
if I receive email, I send
You have to
one
answer.
or two.
Okay. And what kind of emails do you send?
Mm, I send formal. I need something today. I need to buy a new machine. I need, how do you say, cotización,
To have a quote?
a quote. Yes, I need a quote for 3 different providers, and all the time is informal, but it's rarely. But
Okay.
because I send a lot of a lot of email from the work. Teacher, your micro.
Oh, sorry. How often do you send emails, Felix?
Always, teacher. Always
Oh,
send emails.
what kind of emails do you send? Formal or informal emails?
Formal and personal mail. My friends informal.
All right, good. So as you can see, it all depends on the situation. You can send formal or you can send informal emails. You send formal emails, especially when you are working. If you are talking to superiors, you know that you have to send formal emails. And also when you are talking about business, yes? But sometimes you're going to send emails to your friends, probably because they needed a file and you couldn't send it by WhatsApp. So you say, oh, I'm going to send you an email with the file. So you send the email, but it's not formal, it's just informal emails. So that's what we are going to do today. We are going to be able to write a formal email. So here we have some things that you need to include when you write formal or professional emails to your coworkers or to other people. So here you're going to check which tips for writing emails, for emails that are formal, do you follow? And we have the first one. Nancy, can you read the first option?
Do not use all capitals.
Okay, do not. And we checked yesterday that when you say do not, is that you emphasize too much. It's like no uses, do not use. Or when you say do not eat. So that is when you emphasize. Because normally you say don't use. Don't use. If you say don't use your computer, don't use your computer. It's just a normal suggestion or a normal instruction. But when you say do not use your cell phone, do not use your computer, you are emphasizing that the person cannot do it. Yes? Or you are like warning, warning that person. Yes. So do not use all capitals. Now the question is, what is capital? Nobody?
Mayúsculas.
Exactly. Capital is capital letters, like the ones that you have in the word capital, they are in capital letter. So don't use capital letters, or emphasizing a little bit more, do not use all capital letters. There are some people that they are sending messages and all the message is in capital letter. Now, why do you consider that you shouldn't send an email using all capital letters? Obviously, if it is at the beginning of a sentence, you need capital letter. If it is a name, capital letter, but not all the message in capital letter. Why? Why do you think you don't have to use all the message in capital letter, guys?
Because the people who receive the email can think is very rude. I don't know.
Yes, exactly. The person who receives, the person who receives the email can think that you are rude. Why rude? Because when you have capital letters, you are expressing that you are screaming, that you are angry, that you're screaming. That is the idea when you write capital letters. So you have to be careful. You type your email, but use capital letters only when it is necessary. At the beginning of a sentence, when it is the name of a person, the name of a place, and like that. Now, number 2. Joshua, can you read the second option?
Avoid using the subject important.
Exactly. If you check the email structure, it says subject. It means the reason why you are sending an email. And many people write important. Obviously, it is important. That's why you are sending the information. So you don't need to say important. Send information. For example, the topic or the subject. What is the subject? Documents to present next week, or information about the meeting. You need to say important because many things are important. So to identify better that email, you can say what the topic is about. Next one, David.
Hello, teacher.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, yourself?
Fine.
Nice. Can you read the number 3, David?
Number 3. Use a formal salutation.
Good. So when you say a formal salutation, it's like, good morning. I hope you're doing well. So that is a salutation, something formal. You don't need to say only hi. Something more formal has to be like good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and like that. Next one, Adolfo, good evening.
Good evening, teacher. Good evening, guys.
Can you read the next one, Adolfo?
Be brief.
Exactly, be brief. When it says be brief, it means that you need to send or transmit the information and you have to do it with some words. It's not like a long text just to say that you need permission for the next day because you have an appointment with the doctor. For example, when you are not brief, you say, hello, good morning, I hope you're doing well. I just want to tell you that yesterday I had a problem when I was going back home. I started to feel a little bit dizzy. And so I took some pills, but it didn't work. And in the morning, I felt worse again. And I went to the doctor, and the doctor told me that I needed to buy some medicine. So I went to the drugstore, I bought the medicine, but the doctor told me that I don't have to work. So I can go to classes. I can go to class. I can go to work tomorrow because I have a medical leave. I will send you the medical leave with one of my friends so that you can receive it. And I hope to be there on Wednesday, but I'm not really sure if I will be there because I still feel really bad and the medicines are not working properly. So that is too much information. The only thing that you need to say is that you felt sick, you went to the doctor, and you have a medical leave that you will send with a friend. And that's it. So all that information that you were giving, like with a lot of details in an email, because an email is to send information that is relevant. So all those details were irrelevant. Yes. So try to be brief when you send that information. Next one, Christian.
Express clearly why you are reading.
Writing.
Writing.
Good. So you need to express clearly. It's not like, and yeah, then I visited my friends, and they never say what they really want. So it's not clear. Sometimes they say two different ideas and you don't get what the person wants to say. So express clearly what you are writing. That is the main point. Next one. Let's see. Missing Cecilia.
Do not use abbreviation.
Exactly. Abbreviations are like, for example, when you say please, and you write a PLS, that is informal abbreviation. Or when you say thanks, THX, that is thanks. And you can use it, but when something is informal, you can use it like that. But if it is formal, don't use abbreviations. And sometimes it all depends how really formal your email is. You don't have to use contractions. So instead of saying I don't have time right now, you have to say I do not have time right now. I cannot go to the meeting tomorrow. Yes. If it is really formal, don't use contractions. Yes. Now last one. Let's see. Felix.
Felix. Do not use smiles.
Good. Do not use smileys. What is smileys? Like happy faces over there? No. So if it is informal, yes, but if it is formal, it is not recommended. And especially on, it all depends on how formal the situation is. Yes, because someone can have a different perception depending on that happy face that you send. So those are the things that you have when you write a formal email. Now, honestly, you're going to check the tips that you use for writing formal emails, but only the tips that you follow, only the tips that you use to write a formal emails, only the ones that you honestly use. Yes, not because they are over there you're going to check them. No, only the ones that you really use. So I will give you 1 minute to check the ones that you really well, the ones that you honestly use. So check them. All right. So let's see, Joshua. Can you tell us how many tips do you use to write those formal emails? How many do you use?
Other tips.
No, how many?
Um,
Because there you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So how many from those 7 tips do you use to write a formal email?
all
Really?
the tips.
But you honestly use
Informal
them.
email, yes,
All right. Good.
yes. Honestly, I use it. Yes.
Good. Good, Joshua. So, as you can see, Joshua can easily write or type an email that can be considered like formal just by following all the steps or all the tips that you have over there. How about Hugo? How many?
Honestly, 5. I use 5.
Good.
I
5.
use a formal salutation, be brief, and don't use abbreviations, don't use smiles, and don't use
All right. Good. So the one of the tips that you said is use a formal salutation. Salutation is the word, the pronunciation. Good. Now, Nancy, how many do you use?
I use 6 tips. Don't
6.
use 6. Yes. Don't
Which
use
which one don't you use?
don't use smiles because it depends who is it. I use smiles.
Exactly. Exactly. So that's what I was saying. It all depends on the person because it might be formal, but you want to make the person feels good, so you send a happy face. Good. Now, Cecilia, how many?
3.
Only 3. Good, good. So we can say that in your case that you use only 3, probably it's not super formal, but a little bit formal because you have 3. Good. Now, Adolfo, how many do you use?
I use 6.
All
6.
right. So there is one that you don't use. Which one don't you use?
Um, avoid using the subject. No, sorry. Do you well avoid using the subject important?
So you type important.
Sometimes.
Okay. Good. Good, good. Now, Christian, how many?
6.
Which one don't you use?
Same for Nancy. Do not use smileys.
Smileys. All right. Good.
Smileys.
Good. What about Felix?
I use 5 tips.
All right. So there are 2 that you don't use. What are the 2 that you don't use?
2. Don't use smilings and do not use all capitals.
So when you send emails, you type all capitals.
No, don't not use it.
No, but my
Capital and beginner answer, yes.
yes.
Uh, let let the type no capitals.
The rest that you type is
The
without
rest,
capitals.
yes.
Okay. Okay, so there is only one because the other one says do not use all capitals. So if you don't use all capitals, you use that tip. Good. Now let's see next person, David.
Don't use.
No, how many? How many do you use?
For three,
4 or 3?
three.
So you use only 3.
Yes.
All right. So what are the 4 tips that you don't use or that you don't follow?
Yes. Mm, don't use the abbreviation.
Oh, okay. Another one?
Don't use.
Yes, things that you don't use or tips that you don't follow.
Mm, maybe don't use like all capitals.
But the question, David, is, do you use capitals or not?
No, no use the capital.
I will tell you this in Spanish. Ahí tienen que seleccionar los tips que ustedes siguen. Entonces, si ahí dice que no utiliza mayúscula, todo el texto con mayúscula, si usted no lo utiliza, entonces significa que usted lo tiene que chequear, porque ustedes siguen esa indicación.
Entendí.
Yes?
Yes.
All right, good. Now let's see who's over there. Luis, good evening.
Good evening, teacher.
So, Luis, can you tell us from this list of tips, which tips do you use for writing emails, but emails that are formal? So, which ones do you follow?
Gracias. I use the formal solution. Be afraid. Express clearly. Why are you? Why am I writing?
Okay. So you have like 3 or 4 that you use.
3 or 4.
All right.
And
All right. What about Caesar?
Okay, good evening. In my
Good
case,
evening.
I do not use all capitals, use a formal salutation, be brief, express clearly why are you waiting, do not use abbreviation, and do not use smileys.
Okay, so that means that you sometimes send emails that say important.
Yeah.
Okay, good, good. So now you know that you have to avoid using that subject. Instead of saying important, maybe you can send what the topic is, because everything is important. Maybe a document that you will receive is important. Maybe information that you will send is important. Maybe, I don't know, publicity that you will send is important. So there are many things that can be considered like important. So you need to specify what the subject is about. Good. And let's see the last one. There was another person, Oscar. So Oscar, which ones do you use?
Good evening, guys.
Good evening.
Each.
Oscar?
But refresh, please.
Here you have a list of tips that you follow in order to write formal emails. So it says, do not use all capitals. It means that you don't have to type all things with capital letters, with the L in capital letter, with the O in capital letter. No, they can be with small letters and capital letters, and like that. So the other one is avoid using the subject important, that you don't type important. Then use a formal salutation that you say good morning or good afternoon or good evening. That is a formal salutation.
Mhm.
Hi. Be brief, that you summarize all the information. It's not like a long text just to say something. And the other one is express clearly why you are writing. So you need to specify correctly why you are writing. There are many people that they write a lot of information and at the end you don't understand what the person wants to say. So if you express your ideas clearly,
Okay.
the person can understand better. The other one is don't use abbreviations. Instead of saying please, some people write the PLS, so that is not possible when it is formal. In informal situations, yes, you can use them with your friends or coworkers, but with your boss or superiors, you cannot use it. Now, the last one is do not use smileys, happy faces that sometimes you receive. So,
Emojis, emojis.
yes. So in this case, which ones do you use when you send emails?
In my case, I rarely send emails, but when I write is, for example, with friends, I use normal letter, or I use emojis, and only that.
Okay. Now, from that list that you have in front, how many tips do you follow when you write a formal email?
Okay. Um, First, I use the messages in the subject is important or urgent. How do you say urgente?
Urgent.
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 And always I started with formal salutation.
Okay.
How do you say trato de ser
I try
rápido
to
o
be brief.
claro?
I try to be brief.
I try to be brief.
Mm-hmm.
Only that.
Okay, good. So all those things that you were saying, some of you are following all the steps, like in the case of Joshua. He says that he follows all these steps when he writes a formal email. Some of you were really close, like I guess it was Nancy, who said that the only thing that she doesn't follow is that she sends smileys or happy faces. So that's the only thing. Some of you were saying that you use only 3 things. So it all depends on the person that you're sending the email. So how formal you want to be. Yes. Now, the next exercise, you have a conversation. So in this conversation, you have Amanda and Louis. Amanda says, do you often send emails? And Louis says, yes, I do. And Amanda says, is it appropriate to use abbreviations in business emails? And Louis said, no, it's not professional. And then Amanda says, I see. Could you share more tips to write effective emails? Could you share more tips to write effective emails? And Louis says, yeah, sure. So now, do you have any questions about vocabulary that you can find over there?
No.
All right. So I'm going to repeat it. You're going to check pronunciation and then you're going to be Amanda and Louis. So, do you often send emails? Yes, I do. Is it appropriate to use abbreviations in business emails? No, it's not professional. I see. Could you share more tips to write effective emails? Yeah, sure. So now let's see. Louis, you're going to be Louis, and Nancy, you're going to be Amanda.
Do you often send emails?
Yes, I do.
Is it appropriate to use abbreviation in business emails?
No, it's not a profession.
I see. Could you share more tips to write effective emails?
Yeah, sure.
Good, good, good. Good pronunciation. Now let's listen to Oscar. Oscar is going to be Louis, and Cecilia is going to be Amanda.
Do you often send emails?
Yes, I do.
Is, is it appropriate to use abbreviation in business emails?
No, it is not professional.
I see. Could you share more tips to write effective emails?
Yeah, sure.
Good, good, good. And just the pronunciation, it is appropriate. Appropriate. Is it appropriate to use abbreviations? Good. Next one, Hugo is going to be Luis, and Christian is going to be Amanda.
Do you often send emails?
Yes, I do.
Is it appropriate to use abbreviation in business emails?
No, it is not professional.
I see. Could you share more tips to write effective emails?
Yeah, sure.
Good, 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 good. Next one, Caesar is going to be Luis, and Adolfo is going to be Amanda.
Do you often send emails?
Yes, I do.
It is appropriate to use abbreviation in business emails.
No, it is not professional.
I see. Could you share more tips to write effective emails?
Yeah, sure.
Good. Just remember that if you say it is appropriate, that is a sentence. In a question, you say is it. Is it appropriate? Because it is a question. It is sentence. Is it question? So in this case, it is a question. Is it appropriate to use abbreviations? Good. Next one. Melvin is going to be Luis, and Josh is going to be Amanda.
Do you often send emails?
Yes, I do.
It is appropriate to use abbreviation in the business email.
No, it is not professional.
I see. Could you share more tips to write effective emails?
Yeah, sure.
Good. Just is it appropriate? Is it? It is sentence. It is sentence. It is sentence. Question, is it? Is it appropriate to use abbreviations? Good. So the only one that is missing is David. Who's another person missing? No? No one?
Felix.
Oh, Felix, but I guess you have problem with connection because he's not here right now.
Okay, Felix.
Yes, he's there.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so Felix, you're going to be Luis, and David is going to be Amanda.
Okay. Do you often send email?
Yes, I do.
It is appropriate to use abbreviation in business email.
No, it is not professional.
I see. Could you share more tips to write the effective email?
Yeah, sure.
Good, 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 good. So all things that you were saying are really, really important to write an email. So I'm going to play a video that you're going to watch. And on this video, you're going to find people giving you more information about writing emails. That is the thing that you have to do today. You have to write a formal email. So I'm going to play it. Can you see the screen, guys?
Yes.
All right,
Yeah.
so I will play it right now.
Writing an email. Opening. Hi, Samuel. My dear father. Dear Alex. Hello, Michael. Dear Mr., Mrs., or Ms. How are you?
Okay, in this section, you're just checking how to start an email. That is the opening when you start the email. Only one thing. Here you have expressions that are going to be for formal emails and for informal emails, like in the case of hi Sam, so that is informal. But like if you say dear Mr. or dear Mrs. or dear Miss, so those are formal. Yes, so there you have like formal and informal expressions.
How's life treating you? How's life? How are things? Any news? Anything strange? What are you up to these days?
All right, so in that case, if we say hi Sam or hi Samuel, is it formal or informal, Nancy?
Could you repeat, please?
If you say hi Sam or hi Samuel, is that formal or informal?
Informal.
Informal, exactly, because you're saying hi. Good. Next one, Felix. If you say my dear father, is that formal or informal?
Repeat, teacher, please.
When you say my dear father, is it formal or informal?
Um,
Dear means
Informal.
querido o estimado.
Formal.
So if you say
Uh,
my dear
eh,
father, so
I
is that
confused. Okay.
so?
Okay. Yes, it's formal.
Exactly, it is formal. My dear father. So it's formal. Next one, David. If you say dear Alex.
Formal.
Exactly. Next one, Joshua. If you say hello, Michael.
It's informal.
Yes, it is a little bit informal. It's a little bit more formal than hi, but it's considered informal because when you start, hello, Michael, I hope you, it's not too formal. Next one, Melvin. If you say dear Mr. or dear Mrs. or dear Miss, what is it?
Informal.
Are you sure? Oops, someone has the microphone on.
I tell you informal because abbreviation.
Oh, where do you have the abbreviation?
No.
Oh, because you have
Mister?
Good point. That is an abbreviation, but this is a formal abbreviation because this is a title.
Out.
This is a title.
Is formal.
Este es un título. Entonces el título sí puede ir con la abreviación, ¿verdad? O cuando dicen doctor, la D y la R, doctor, eso sí es una abreviación, pero eso es una abreviación de un título. Entonces eso sí puede ir, un título.
Okay.
Good. So, dear Mr., that is formal. Dear Mr. Gallardo, or dear Mr. Castro. If it is Miss, dear Miss, I don't know, Sanchez, and like that. Next one, Adolfo. If you say, how are you?
I think that is formal.
Yes, it is considered formal because it's not super formal, but it is formal. Good. Next one, Oscar. How's life treating you? Oscar.
Is informal?
Exactly. It is informal. How's life treating you? ¿Cómo te trata la vida? How's life treating you? So,
Is friendly salutation.
yeah, it's a friendly salutation, exactly. Good. Next one, David. If you say, how's life?
How's life treating you? Formal.
No.
Informal.
It is informal. We say, hey, how's life? How's life is, ¿cómo te trata la vida? How's life? Or how's life treating you? They are synonyms. How's life treating you or how's life? You can say that how's life is the short way of saying how's life treating you.
It's synonym.
Yes, it is like the reduction of how's life treating you, how's life.
Okay, it's informal.
It's informal. Next one, Cecilia, how are things?
Informal.
Exactly, it is informal. How are things? ¿Cómo están las cosas? Informal. Next one, Hugo, any news?
Can be formal or informal. Depends.
It depends on the context. It depends on the context. And it all depends on the greeting too, because if the greeting is very formal and you say any news, you can understand it like formal, but if the greeting is informal and then you say any news, it's like informal. Good. Next one, Caesar, anything strange?
Informal.
Exactly, informal. And last one, Louis, what are you up to these days? What are you up to these days?
Informal.
Exactly, it is informal. When you say, what are you up to these days? It's like if you say, ¿qué estás haciendo? ¿Qué has estado haciendo estos días? What are you up to these days? So that is when you want to open an email. When you start an email, you use these expressions. Now let's see the rest.
Expressing thanks.
To express thanks or to say thank you.
Thanks a million for. Thanks a lot for. Cheers for. I really appreciate it. Giving news.
All right, so let's see those expressions that you have over there. First one, thanks a million for the information that you sent me. What do you think? Formal or informal, Joshua?
Informal.
Yes, it is informal. You're saying, thanks a million. It's like if you say muchísimas gracias, thanks a million or mil gracias. So that is not super formal. It is like informal. Thanks a million. Now, next one, Christian, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for sending me the information. After for, you need the gerund. Thanks a lot for sending me the information. Is that formal or informal?
Okay, I think that informal.
In that case, it is formal. It is formal. So you say thanks a lot for sending me the information. Thanks a lot for helping me. Thanks a lot for. In that case, it is only like if you say muchas gracias. Thanks a lot for. Next one, Cecilia. Cheers for.
Sorry, this
Cheers for. Cheers for. Formal or informal?
informal.
Exactly, it is informal. Cheers is like when you celebrate something. So cheers for is informal.
Aplaudir,
Sorry?
como aplaudir sería, ¿verdad?
No, cheers is like,
Aplauso, algo así.
no, it's like salud.
Ok.
But that is when you are drinking something, you say cheers. In this case, it's cheers for is like thank you for, but it is like informal.
Cheers is an expression, really?
It is an expression. When you toast, when you
Oh,
are in a wedding and then you toast, you say cheers for the
with
bride. Bride is
with
novia.
with the regia chola in the hand.
No, with a cup. You need a cup. Good. So that is cheers. Now, last one. Felix, I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. This expression is very, very common. I really appreciate it. Is that formal or informal, Felix?
It is formal.
Exactly. It is formal. So you can say, I really appreciate it. Yes. And even you can say, I really appreciate your help. I really appreciate your help. Or thank you so much. I really appreciate it. After thank you so much, you can say, I really appreciate it. Good. Now let's see when you are giving news. In other words, when you are presenting the information.
Guess what? I've got some good news, my friend. Great news, Mary. Unfortunately, I've got bad news. I'm afraid I have some bad news. Bad news, Mary. Closing. Well, that's all for now.
All right. In the part where you give news, it says, guess what? Guess what is an expression that we checked before? If you remember, it is adivina qué. So guess what? I have gotten a promotion at work. I have won the lottery. So guess what? Is that formal or informal, David?
It's an informal, teacher.
Exactly. It's informal. Good. Now, Adolfo, I've got some good news, my friend. Formal or informal?
This is informal.
Yeah, it could be informal because you're saying my friend. But if you don't have my friend,
Yes.
if you don't have my friend, probably it could be
It is
formal.
formal.
Exactly. If you don't have
Good.
my friend,
Could be
I've got
formal.
some good news. That might be formal. Good. Next one, Christian. Great news, Mary. I've got a promotion.
It's an informal, teacher. Great news. Because I think I use great news, Mary, when I talking with my friends. But
Yes.
when I talking with my boss, I don't think that I use.
Yes, you are right. Exactly. You say great news. So you're talking about something that you have to say and you know that person. You're saying great news, Mary, great news, Caesar, and like that. Next one, Lewis. Unfortunately, I've got bad news.
Formal.
Exactly. It's formal. Unfortunately, I've got bad news. Next one, Cecilia. I'm afraid I have some bad news. I'm afraid I have some bad news. In the previous one, it was unfortunately, desafortunadamente. Unfortunately, I've got bad news. Tengo malas noticias. Unfortunately, I've got bad news. Next one, I'm afraid. I'm afraid, me temo que. I'm afraid I have some bad news. Tengo algunas noticias malas. So, Cecilia?
Formal.
Exactly, it is formal. Good. Next one, Melvin. Bad news, Mary. Oh, Melvin have problem with connection. Yes, he have problem with connection. So he's entering right now. So Nancy, if you say bad news, Mary, is that formal or informal?
Informal.
Exactly, that's informal. Bad news because you are too straight. So you're saying bad news. Next one, and the last one. Oscar. Well, that's all for now.
It's formal.
Exactly, that's a formal way. Now you're going to see how to close your email.
I'd better get back to work here.
By the way, well, that's all for now is to close the email. The one that is in green is to close it.
I must go. Looking forward to. Take care. All the best. All my love.
All right, let's see. We said at the beginning, when you say, well, that's all for now, it is formal. Now, Christian, if you say, I better get back to work here, is that formal or informal? If you say, I better get back to work, it's like if you say, mejor debería regresar a trabajar.
Okay, if you say in this form, it's informal.
It's informal. Good. Next one. Let's see, Joshua. If you say, I must go.
Formal.
Exactly. You can say that is formal. I must go. It's similar to say I have to go. Good. Next one, David. If you say looking forward to.
Informal.
No.
Formal.
Yes. When you say look forward to is esperar con ansias. So you say, I'm looking forward to seeing you soon. I'm looking forward to starting classes. I'm looking forward to visiting you next year, and like that. Next one, Adolfo, take care.
Formal. Formal expression.
Exactly, it is formal. Take care. Next one, Cesar, all the best.
Formal.
Yes, all the best is like mis mejores deseos, all the best. Or my best regards, my best wishes, and like that. And the last one, let's see, Luis, all my love.
It's informal.
Yes, it's informal because you can use it only with probably your girlfriend, your boyfriend, or a really close friend. You can say all my love. Good. All right, so those are the expressions that you can use in order to write an email. Yes, so you have different expressions over there. On the book, you also have more expressions. And I'm going to show you which expressions you have on the book. Some of them are exactly the same expressions that you had on the video. So it says, steps to write a formal email. So first, fill in the subject line with a topic relevant to your receipt, and not just document or important, because that's what we were saying at the beginning. What it says subject is like why you are sending the email. If you only say document, which document? Oh, documents for the next interview. Oh, that's more specific. Or important. Why important? Everything is important. Yes. So first you need to write the subject. Write the subject. If you can see in the box over there, it says to. So when you say to, that is para. ¿A quién se lo van a enviar? So in this case, to peter@mail.com. Arroba is at. And punto is dot. D-O-T, dot. So the email in that case is peter@mail.com. Now let's see if you remember your email address. Let's see. David, what's your email address?
Sorry, teacher. My real email address
Yes.
is David 373 I don't remember what do you say arroba at gmail.com.
Exactly. So you will say arroba is at.
At.
And punto is dot. If you want to say guión bajo, you say underscore. Yes? All right, let's see. Adolfo, what's your email address, Adolfo?
Well, my personal email is evo.castro
Point.
11.
Point doesn't exist.
No, it is dot Castro. Evo.castro 11 at gmail.com.
Good, 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 good. Vaya, en algo que tienen que poner atención es la diferencia de los puntos, porque punto en español solo existe una palabra y es punto, pero en inglés hay 3 diferentes tipos de puntos. Está el punto que es para los números y el punto que es para los números, ahí sí van a decir point. Por ejemplo, si dicen 4.5, allí van a decir 4.5. 4.5. Ahí pueden decir point. Pero si están hablando de un texto, ustedes están escribiendo algo y le ponen el punto al final, allí no van a decir point. Ahí van a decir period. 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 Period es la palabra que van a ocupar. Pero cuando ustedes están refiriendo a Internet, sitios web, correo electrónico, cualquier cosa que ustedes van a poner en Internet como dirección, eso es dot. Ya no va a ser ni period, ni va a ser point. Yes? So for electronics, you have to use dot. Good. Next one. Felix, what's your email address?
Address Word, Felix dot Castellan, Felix dot Castellanos at aeroman dot com dot SD.
All right. Good, 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 good. Next one. Cesar, what's your email address?
The personal of my work
Personal.
is Cesar Santiago SB 86 at hotmail.com.
Good, 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 good. Luis, what's your email address?
LAT underscore parada at hotmail.com.
Perfect. Oscar, what's your email address?
oscargomez.brunet@gmail.com.
Good. Now, Melvin, what's your email address?
Is Melvin J600 that at gmail.com.
Good. Let's see. Oh, what's your email address?
My email is hugo.fonseca at confia.com.
Good, 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 good. Joshua, what's your email address?
Josué Avalos 1989 at hotmail.com.
Perfect. And Nancy, what's your email address?
Nancy _Claudio 2592 at hotmail.com.
Good. Cecilia, what's your email address?
Ceci, HDEC at gmail.com.
All right. Good. Let's see who's missing. No one? Christian, what's your email
Yes, I
address,
am
Christian?
missing. C. Armando Cardona at gmail.com.
Good, 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 good. So when you're sending an email and you will see two, that means para. So you need to send, or you need to type the email address of the person that you want to send the email to. Then CC. What is CC?
Copia, copia.
Exactly. Exactly. That you want to add another person that will receive the same email or a copy of it. Then subject. Subject is why you are sending the email. And then in the part that is in blank, you need to write your email, all the information at the beginning, the introduction, then the body of the email, and at the end you say goodbye. So in the chart, you will see from number 1 to number 10, all the steps to write a formal email. The first one says, fill in the subject line with a topic that is relevant to your recipient and not just document or important. It means that you need to really, really specify what the email is about. Number 2, include a polite salutation. For example, dear Mr. Rodriguez, or dear Ms. Sanchez, or good morning, Mr. Sanchez, etc. Something formal. Number 3, you need to write your main point in the opening sentence. So you need to say what you need in the first sentence that you're writing. Number 4, don't use all capital or all lowercase letters. Capital letters, mayúsculas. Lower case letters, minúsculas, or small letters. Yes, so you don't have to write all in capital letters or all in case letters. No, it is, if it is at the beginning of a sentence, capital. If it is a proper name, capital, and like that. Next one. Avoid abbreviations, but abbreviations that are informal. For example, please, PLS, please. Next one, 7, be brief. If your message is too long, you need to consider using an attachment, and this is important. If you think that you will send a lot of information, it is better to use an attachment. What is attachment?
Adjunto.
Exactly, exactly. That attachment can be a picture, it can be a document, it can be a video, so more things so that you don't need to describe all the information on text. Next one, number 8, use a closing phrase like best regards. So best regards is mejores deseos, best regards. Or you can only say regards. Or looking forward to your comments. Looking forward to your answers. En la idea, esperando con ansias tus comentarios. Yes?
Teacher,
Yes?
sorry.
Cesar?
And this another word, atentamente. It's
Exactly.
also best regards.
Exactly like that. Like that. You can say best regards or only
kind regard.
regards and then your name. Regards, Caesar. Good.
Thanks.
Now, you're welcome. Number 9, you're going to add a signature block. A signature block is like, I don't know if you have seen, but in some companies, they have like a card and it has a name, phone number, email address, and like that. So it is like a business card, but inserted in in the email. Yes, that is a signature block with appropriate contact information like your name, business address, and phone number. Then, number 10, edit and proofread before you send the message. It means that before you click on send, you need to read all the information to verify that you are not making mistakes, and then you send it. Yes? So now here we have two types of emails. One is formal and another one is informal. So you're going to read it and you have to analyze if it is formal or informal. So the first email is going to be read by Caesar, including all the information, sent to, subject, and the rest.
Okay. The first email sent to peter@mail.com. Subject Saturday. Remember, we have to prepare everything for the event. Please don't forget the things. See you. Informal.
Exactly. That is informal. Number one, because look at the subject, Saturday. Saturday what? So that is irrelevant. Number two, because the information that you have over there is using contractions. Please don't. But probably that is not a big problem, but the contraction where the person says, see you, that is informal. Because if you say, don't forget, it's okay. It's a formal contraction, but see you, it's informal contraction. So see you can be considered like informal. Now let's see, email number 2, Melvin.
Email sent to Robert at mail.com. Subject tomorrow meeting. Robert, remember that tomorrow we are having a meeting with IT. Don't forget the document. It's formal.
Exactly. In that case, it is missing apostrophe and T, where it says, don't forget the document. You're missing the apostrophe and T. So, number 1, the subject is more specific, tomorrow's meeting. Oh, okay. Then you have, remember that tomorrow we are having a meeting with IT. So that is very specific. And at the end, don't forget the documents. So we can say that is more formal than the first one that only had Saturday, see you. Yes. So what you're going to do right now is that you're going to write an email, but you're going to write an email in pairs. So let's see, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 people exactly. So you're going to write an email in pairs. You're going to have 15 minutes to write your email. And after those 15 minutes, you're going to read it in the class. Obviously, it doesn't need to be too short like the examples in the book, but a normal email, Not too long, not super short, but normal, standard email. So it is going to be one email in pairs. One email in pairs. So first person is going to be, let's see, David. So David is gonna work with Hugo. David and Hugo. Number 2, Adolfo and Joshua. Number 3, Cecilia and Christian. Next one, Felix and Oscar. Next one, Caesar with Melvin, and Luis with Nancy. Hey guys, I guess El Salvador are celebrating because here they are having fireworks, and I heard Christian and they were having fireworks, and then I heard Luis and they were having fireworks, so they are celebrating something.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, Merry Christmas.
Mention.
Yeah,
If we don't get to December.
I guess it is for a church, because I live like one block, or yeah, like a block and a half from a Catholic church. So I think they are celebrating something. That's why.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to send you the request. You enter and you create only one email in pairs. It has to be formal emails with introduction, with the body, and saying goodbye. Obviously, you need to add email address and the subject. Email address and the subject too. So you have exactly 15 minutes. So you can start right now. Enter, guys.
Teacher, the email has been formal or formal?
Formal. It has to be formal.
Okay.
Formal email.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Emails and topic or subject, report the damage
Tools.
tools, and report the tools charge in aircraft, because eh, how do you say despacho de avión?
Aircraft dispatch.
Ok. Más o menos por ahí lo podemos armar.
Okay.
Entonces, send to.
I like it.
Okay. Send you, Oscar, your last name? Who is your last name?
What is your last name?
Exactly.
Okay, what is your last name? Sorry, what? Gomez.
Oscar Gomez, yeah.
Okay. And to Felix Castellanos.
Okay.
Subject.
But you need the address. You need the email address at gmail.com,
Email, yeah.
at
Okay.
hotmail.com.
Okay.
Oscar Gomez, that Pronet at
That.
Jim, that Pronet,
Okay.
at gmail.com.
Okay. Okay, send and to F E C. How do you say guión bajo? Low that no.
Underscore.
Low
Underscore.
Underscore. Okay.
underscore.
F I C underscore 007 at hotmail.com.
Okay.
Underscore. Okay. Subject.
Subject.
Report.
Damage tools.
Report and damage.
Or
And damage tool.
return the damage tool.
Okay. Return damage tool.
Damage tools.
Aircraft. What aircraft? November.
Only that.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Okay. Good evening or good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay.
Hi, teacher.
Hi, teacher.
Hey, how you doing?
Fine.
My background is in my shirt right now.
And you look some strange, teacher.
Yeah, I just moved the things. That's why. Okay, keep going.
Okay. When wait to start the email.
Okay. It's from me. Remember, it's Hugo. Please go to the airport to receive Mark and Teresa from UK. And go to the hotel. Everything is ready for them.
Okay.
It is formal, right?
Yeah, formal email.
Formal email.
Okay, good.
It's a formal email. It's great email, teacher.
Yes, but just try to add like more information. Remember that it's not too short.
All
You can
information.
say, Dear David, how are you? I want to inform you that Teresa and Frank are coming next week. You have to go to the airport and pick them up next week, specifically on Saturday at 8 p.m. Everything is ready to pick them up at the airport. So I trust in you. I'm looking forward to receiving your confirmation. Have a good day. And like that. I don't know. I'm just giving you an idea. You can write it better than that.
Okay.
All right. So now you can continue.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you,
You're
teacher.
welcome. Do you finish, guys?
No.
All right.
Teacher, how do you say comma in English?
Coma.
Coma.
Yes. Coma.
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 Okay.
Coma.
You're talking about the punctuation mark.
Yes.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
coma. Coma. You say coma, period, semicolon, and colon. So what is your email about?
Job offer.
All right. Do you start writing it?
Yes. We started the right the reading because we're trying to to get ideas.
Okay. Just remember that you have like introduction. You say hello, good morning, and then you say, dear Mr. I want to
Yes.
inform.
In our case, that use good morning, and in my case, I send in the email to Cecilia.
Yes.
And I use good morning, Miss Cecilia. That and another paragraph. I'm starting with I am Christian Cardona.
This is
Comma.
Christian Cardona.
This is Christian Cardona.
You cannot say I am
Comma.
because you're not in front of the person.
Okay. Okay, in this case, I change it to several words because I typed. I am sending this email because I see a job offer with your company.
In that case, I saw. In the past, I saw.
Oh, okay. I saw.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Continue. You're only missing the closing. When you finish the idea, you close it in a formal way too. All right, continue.
Okay.
You only have 4 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
I really appreciate it.
Presentation.
Don't
forget. Oh, no. Please
don't
forget.
Prepare your body.
Prepare.
Presentation in PowerPoint.
Yeah, maybe. Please don't forget prepare a presentation on PowerPoint.
Please don't forget to prepare a presentation on PowerPoint. Teacher, aquí sería on PowerPoint or in PowerPoint.
In PowerPoint. In PowerPoint. And at the beginning, instead of saying I write, you have to say I am writing you. I am writing you because it is only right now. It's not every day.
Okay.
It is right now. I'm writing you to schedule the Friday's meeting. Good. It will be in the meeting room number 5 at 2 p.m. We'll have the presence of our manager and director department. We are going to talk, not talking, because after 2, the verb is in the base form. We are going to talk about the process of the new customer. Please don't forget prepare, forget and prepare, 2 verbs together. Exactly. Don't forget to prepare a presentation in PowerPoint. Or you can say, don't forget to prepare a PowerPoint presentation. A PowerPoint presentation. That's better. Good.
Okay.
Continue.
Okay. I am ready to schedule the finance meeting.
¿Cómo se llama el?
Prepare PowerPoint presentation.
¿Cuál es la hoja de continuidad? ¿Cómo le llaman? Continuous sheet, right?
Continue sheet.
Ajá. Bitácora, no.
No, bitácora, no.
¿Cuál es el libro que cargan los aviones? Se me olvidó el nombre.
El logbook.
El logbook, ese. Yeah. I believe that's all that we can request. We will request. That is the. And what else? What we have to write?
In which part of the email are you right now, guys?
Sorry?
In which part of the email are you right now?
And the body, like the, let me see.
All right. So
we already made the greetings, the field, the subject.
And the body.
Yeah.
Okay, so
we're asking.
Try to close it. Just try to close it.
Okay.
Because you have only 1 minute.
No problem.
Okay.
Okay, Melvin. In order to close, we have to say.
One minute, guys. 1 minute.
Comfortable. Comfortable. ¿Cómo, teacher, how do you say estar pendiente de alguien, digamos? Estate pendiente de Juan.
What do you mean?
Digamos, cuando a alguien le encargan a alguien que le dice, María, estate pendiente de lo que necesite Pedro.
There is an expression like if you say keep an eye on Peter, keep an eye on my brother, keep an eye on my sister.
Keep, how do you spell keep an eye?
Keep an eye on.
Eye on. Okay. Keep eye on.
Keep an eye. Mantén un ojo sobre. Keep an eye on.
On them.
Keep
like echar un vistazo.
Okay.
Keep an eye on them. Comfortable and keep an eye on them.
Okay, close the email because we have only the last seconds.
Beggars in advance, David.
Okay.
No, teacher, no.
Okay.
He's ready.
He's ready. I am ready. We are ready, teacher.
All right, good. Cecilia? Yeah, she's there. All right, guys. So let's see. Nancy, can you read your email, please? You were working with Luis. So can you read your email, please?
Me or Luis?
You, Nancy.
Okay. So Friday's meeting. Good morning, John. I'm waiting to you schedule the Friday's meeting. It will be in the meeting room number 5 at 2 p.m. We will have the presence of our manager and director department. We are going to talk about the process of the new customer. Please don't forget to prepare a PowerPoint presentation. Bring your laptop. In regards, Tom.
Good. So let's give it up for them, for Luis and Nancy. Good job. Good job. Next one, Joshua. Who was your partner?
Adolfo.
All right. So Joshua, can you read your email, please?
Yes. To Kawasaki@gmail.com.
Kawasaki.
Subject: Information motorcycle. Dear Kawasaki Company, would you mind send me the price and technical data about 300 Kawasaki motorcycle, please? If you have a special price, let me know. I'm waiting for your answer. The best regards.
The best regards, and then
The best regard only.
Josue Avalos.
And then Jose Alvarez, yes.
Yeah, that is like best regards, Josue Avalos. It's like your signature. Good. Good, 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 good. Next one, Felix, who was your partner?
Oscar.
Me.
Good. So Felix, can you read your email, please? Oh, sorry. Let's give it up for Joshua. And who was your partner, Joshua? Adolfo. So let's give it up for them. I forgot. Good job. Now, Felix, can you read yours?
Okay. Send Oscar Gomez that permit at gmail.com to FEC underscore 007 at hotmail.com. Subject: return damage to November 1 to 3. Good morning, Mr. Sorry. Good morning, Mr. Felix. I need your help. The gauge is broken. It is out of range. Should receive the tool in the warehouse, please, for send by repair. Thank for your help. Best regard, Oscar Rodriguez.
Okay, best regards. Good.
Okay.
Next one, Caesar, who was your partner?
Melvin.
All right, can you, oh, hold on. Let's give it up for Felix and who was your
Oscar.
partner? Oscar. So let's give it up for them. I forgot. Good job. So now Caesar and Melvin. Caesar, can you read your email?
Okay. Two is melvin975@gmail.com. Subject: documentation required for work. Good day, Mr. Melvin. Could you help us to share the following, to provide the following documentation in order to complete the works on the aircraft? There is a list, IPC manual, task reference, logbook. We will waiting for this information because it's urgent. I'm waiting for your response. Best regards.
And your names. Good. So we will be waiting. We'll be waiting for. Good. So let's give it up for them. Good job. And the last one, Cecilia. Cecilia was working with Christian, if I don't make a mistake.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So Cecilia.
Yes, it's true.
Cecicastro@gmail.com. Subject: Geographer. Good morning, Miss Cecilia. This is Armando Cardona Fuentes. I sent in this email because I saw Geographer of your company. I would really appreciate it being considered for membership in your task force. All the best for you.
Good. Probably at the end your names, and that would be better. Good. So let's give it up for them. Good job. Now, just to finish, I told you yesterday that you will have like an activity today. And if you remember, yesterday we were checking the use of should and shouldn't. Yes, should is deberías and shouldn't or should not is no deberías. So this is going to help everyone here in the class because as you know, we are having a serious problem related to the coronavirus. I don't know if any of you have gotten coronavirus, but if you have gotten it and you have difficulties, you know that it's difficult to breathe and like that. So the best way to avoid getting sick is by having some, let's say, some tips that can help you to prevent the coronavirus. So we are going to use should and shouldn't, things that you should do and things that you shouldn't do. Like when you write an email, you should say hello at the beginning, and you shouldn't use abbreviations, informal abbreviations. Yes, so you can say should and shouldn't, but in this case, we are going to use it for the coronavirus. So this is going to help you at work too. So you're going to read about tips to stay safe and healthy, saludable, during coronavirus. You will select should or shouldn't to complete the sentences. This is the guía in Semana 3 in Schoology. You will find it. Yes, guía in Schoology. You can download the document because you're going to work in groups. So it says tips to stay safe and healthy. Right now, we are experiencing a health emergency all around the world. The coronavirus is changing the way we do everything right now. Here are some tips to stay safe and healthy. Number one, you wash your hands. You should or you shouldn't. So obviously the correct one is you should. You should wash your hands. And then stay home. You should or you shouldn't stay home. You choose only one, should or shouldn't, should or shouldn't. Yes. So this is going to be the guía, and you will find it in Schoology. So you go to Schoology, you download it, and you have exactly 7 minutes to complete it. 7 minutes. It is pretty easy. Only select should or shouldn't. Now let's see who's using a computer right now. Computers? Computers? Christian, Nancy, Hugo, who else? Christian, Nancy, Hugo, Melvin, are you using computer? Melvin, are you using a computer? Yes. So we are going to work in groups of 3. And I'm going to break out the rooms right now. In the first group, we are going to have Nancy, because she has a computer, with Adolfo and Felix. In the number 2, we will have Cesar, Luis, and Hugo, because Hugo has a computer. In the oh, hold on, I'm going to add another one over there. In the other one, Cecilia, Christian, David, and Oscar. And Melvin, I will add you with the guys in the group number 2. So you're going to enter right now, guys. Enter. And the other ones have to project it.
Okay, tips to stay safe and healthy. And right now we are experiencing a health emergency all around the world. The coronavirus is changing the way do we everything right now. Here are some tips to stay safe and healthy. You should wash your hands. You should or
Should,
shouldn't? Should.
should,
You
and
should stay at home. And you
should clean your face.
like your hands and faucet. You go to busy. Busy.
Shouldn't,
Shouldn't.
shouldn't.
Crowded
Check the
place.
spelling. Check the
You.
spelling. Nancy.
You shouldn't touch.
You.
You shouldn't.
Hmm?
Check the spelling.
Shouldn't.
Check the
Shouldn't.
spelling.
Shouldn't your eyes, nose, and mouth.
Eyes. Eyes.
Eyes. Eyes.
You shouldn't.
Shouldn't.
You should wear a mask. You should.
Check the spelling in the previous one where you have go to busy.
Busy or busy.
Busy, but check the
You should.
Busy.
The word should.
The word shouldn't. Check the spelling.
Shouldn't.
Nancy?
Yeah?
Check the spelling because shouldn't is not like that. Spelling in the letrero.
Ah, sí. Está mala eso.
Should.
LD.
You
Like
shouldn't.
that, like that.
Yes, I'm
Good.
sorry.
No
Thank
problem. Keep going.
Okay. You.
Antonio Domínguez Parada.
Tranquilo, tranquilo.
You finish?
Luis Antonio
Don't get excited
Parada.
like your last name.
Melvin, your
Full name.
Your last name?
Gallardo.
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 Do you finish, guys?
Yes,
Yeah.
teacher.
Good, 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 good.
Cesar.
Upload it with your names.
Yeah, that's that.
Do you finish, guys?
No, no, not yet,
Oh.
teacher.
Okay, you have 2 minutes.
Wait a minute. For please.
For please, only please, not for please.
For please. Only
You
please.
should or shouldn't?
Shouldn't.
Please. For please.
You shouldn't. Mhm.
Shouldn't go to buy.
Too busy, crowded places with a lot of people, so you shouldn't go.
Shouldn't, you shouldn't touch
You
your
shouldn't
eyes.
Touch your eyes, nose, or mouth. You should wear a mask if you go out.
You but
Shouldn't.
Shouldn't.
I don't know.
Shouldn't.
but shouldn't.
You
You should. You should. Correct. If you follow
you
this
should
step,
be.
you should be fine. When this crisis is over, stay safe. We're in this together.
Say, Christian, say.
Good.
Qué bonito.
You can upload it with your names. So
Okay.
do it right now. Good.
I'm tired.
All right, guys. I could see that you did it really fast. Well, now you know some things that you need to do. I guess most of you are practicing these things because you are going to work every day. So some of you travel by bus, some of you are with a lot of people in busy and crowded places, so you know that you have to follow these tips. Good. So now I'm going to call you one by one. So when you hear your name, you have to say present. So I will show you the screen right now and say present only when it is your turn. So number 1, Felix Ernesto Castellanos.
Present.
Good. Next one, Josué Mundo Ábalos.
Present.
Good. Carlos is not here. Cesar Santiago Benavides.
Present.
Good. Cristian Armando Cardona.
Present.
Good. The person from INSAFORP is Herman. Adolfo Alberto Castro.
Present.
Good. Cecilia Guadalupe Castro.
Present.
Good. Nancy Yasmin Claudia.
Present.
Good. David Ricardo de León.
Present.
Good. Luis Antonio Dominguez.
Present, teacher.
Good. Carolina can be here. Hugo Ernesto Fonseca.
Present, teacher.
Good. Melvin Jonathan Gallardo. Melvin Jonathan Gallardo.
Present.
Good. Oscar Armando Gomez.
Present.
Good. Constantino Guardado had a problem, so he couldn't be in class today. He asked for permission. Floris from INSAFORP and Raul is not here. All right, so that's all we got for today, guys. It is 9 p.m., so it's time for you to go to bed. So thank you for being there. I see you all tomorrow.
To have a dinner.
Oh, to have dinner too. So
Yes.
I see you all
Me
tomorrow.
too, me
Time
too.
to
Me
dinner.
too.
Yeah, so thank you for being
Me
responsible
too.
and thank you for being there. So I see you all tomorrow. Have a good night.
Bye. Bye.
Bye bye. Good evening.
Bye.
Good evening.
Bye.
Good night. Good night.
Yeah.
Night.